Someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. The moment you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready for where you're going.
It's the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Monday, the 6th of January. I'm James Spann. The coldest air in almost 18 years settling in here, and we can thank that deep upper trough for delivering it. Cross-polar flow. It's brutally cold. Last time it was this cold for many places, February of 1996. And we had a pretty nasty ice storm with that event. Thankfully, that's not happening this year. Starting off the day, as cold as 13 in Haleyville. Birmingham at the time this was captured about 5 o'clock was at 23. And these numbers are still coming down, and they will go nowhere today with strong cold air advection. And you factor in the wind chill index is hovering around 0 in most places this morning. Back to the northwest, you can see those low teens at Memphis and Little Rock, and you just can't find any warm air. I mean, at daybreak, it was still mild on the South Atlantic coast and South Florida, but they will be in the cold air later today, and it's going to settle in and stay here for a few days. Again, we are expecting over 60 consecutive hours of sub-freezing temperatures for most of north-central Alabama. Wind chill advisories cover much of the east and central United States. Those begin up in Montana, the Dakotas, and Minnesota, and extend all the way down into Alabama. And those dark blue counties near the Gulf Coast, that's a hard freeze warning. And freezing temperatures are likely even down to Orlando and Tampa Bay, and they'll be close to freezing in Miami tomorrow morning and Wednesday morning. Winter storm warning still up for parts of Indiana. They were buried in snow yesterday. Some folks had over a foot. Winter storm warning up for parts of northern New England as well. But cold is the big story. Now, this is the rain for the next 5 days. This carries us through Saturday morning. As we look ahead, we could see some rain later in the week, and we think it will be just rain here. This is the freezing rain potential, the chance of accumulating freezing rain from 6 a.m. Wednesday until 6 a.m. Thursday. And there is a pretty significant chance over northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, maybe into western Tennessee, the western tip of Kentucky. But again, we think it will be warm enough here for just rain showers when we see our next round of precipitation, thankfully. Because a lot of times when it gets this cold, you can have some nasty icing problems in the days ahead. But again, I don't think it happens this time. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at noon today. At 500 millibars, there's your trough down below that. Windy, cold. The freeze line almost sitting at Mobile at noon. We will not get past the low. We'll sit in the low 20s all day. The GFS is printing 22. It's got a northwest wind of 15 to 25. That'll keep the wind chill index near 0 much of the day. And again, there could be a few flurries this morning, but that's no big deal. Now, tomorrow, the surface high is on top of us. The good news, it won't be as windy, but the bad news, temperatures will bottom out. Lows between 5 and 10. The GFS is printing 8. The NAM is printing 9 for Birmingham. And I don't think you can tell the difference between 5 and 10. But that will be our coldest morning for most since February of 96. During the day tomorrow, we stay below freezing all day. The high will be in the mid-20s despite a sunny sky, but at least the wind will not be bad tomorrow. Wednesday morning, cold again. We're expecting lows between 10 and 15. And then finally, we climb up to 40 degrees by early Wednesday afternoon, and we come above the freezing mark, out of the deep freeze for the first time in 60-plus hours. All right, this is Thursday, and there's that next little impulse, and down below that you can see potential for snow around Chicago and Indianapolis and Detroit, and there could be some freezing rain problems in the southern flank of that. Maybe Thursday morning down into northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, maybe western Tennessee. But again, we think if the showers arrive Thursday night, we won't have any problems with that, as we'll stay above freezing Thursday night. And this is Friday, and there's a little moisture, and really the better dynamic support for showers will be a little west of here. We'll mention some risk of showers Thursday afternoon and Friday, but it doesn't look like a big event. Just maybe a shower from time to time. And we're going to warm up. The high Thursday should be in the middle 50s, and by Friday we'll be in the upper 50s. How about that for a quick turnaround? Now, this is Saturday as we start the weekend. Looks pretty wet and pretty mild. The GFS is printing a high of 65. A surface low is north of us, and by golly, you might have to even consider some mention of thunder here. So Saturday looks wet with a good chance of showers, maybe some thunder. And then Sunday, the deeper moisture moves on. And still, though, some moisture hangs back. And there's still some troughing west of the state. In fact, there's a look at Monday, and you can see that trough approaching. So even Sunday, there could be some showers where it's not going to clear out completely. And down at the surface on Monday, this is not showing very much. But again, I wouldn't be shocked if we had a few showers Monday. So the weekend looks fairly wet. The wettest day seems to be Saturday at this point. We'll go deeper in the month. This is the 17th of January. And here comes the trough developing again. Western Ridge, Eastern Trough. We start to turn colder. As you can see, 540 line down to Birmingham. And on the 21st, trough moving to the northeast United States and cold air settling in here. So after a warm-up, in the day, maybe 5 to 10 range, it looks like it might turn colder again out there toward mid-month, but certainly not as cold as this. Again, this is kind of like a once-in-20-year thing we're dealing with right now. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't, catch us on ABC 3340 News this evening on the live stream of the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.